12, I would say. Take it lower.
Yeah, for what reason?
But also, why not have a different organisation that looks at what very young people are thinking? So why not have citizens' assemblies for young people? You know, we aren't prepared yet to take the risk of having citizens' assemblies as our main government process for adults. We should be, but we're not ready for it. But it would be really interesting to see how it worked with children. And I'm by that I'm meaning up to about 20, say. So involving kids of any age at all to about 20. I've recently visited a couple of schools where there are mixtures of children from 4 years old, one of them even have a 2-year-old, to about 16. And this is very interesting that kids together have a kind of cumulative intelligence that you wouldn't have guessed at. They're quite radical thinkers. And so my proposal is lower the voting age, but also make special assemblies where children can have a proper voice and where the results of what they talk about are delivered to government.
I don't think necessarily that it would be a magic bullet to restore democracy or democratic legitimacy. But nonetheless, I mean, I don't see why it would do any harm. Obviously, you know, when you're 16 years old, you can leave home, you can work, be liable to pay taxes. So there's quite a strong argument to say, you know, why shouldn't you also be able to vote as well?
The funny part is that when we go and do democracy fitness with young people, this is the question that really divides young people. So half of them will say, no, I cannot decide anything in democracy. And the other half will say, hey, I want to do it, and I think I'll get better trying. So that is what I think from listening to those thoughts from young people. I really think that we have to do this, and why not children? Why should they not also have a vote? I think when we say you are going to vote, you are an important part, then they will also be responsible and try to figure out how to put their vote. That's my opinion.
Yeah, for me, I'm a mother and I have a child. She's 19 now, and I actually think that she could easily take that responsible for taking part of society in a political way when she was 16. And I think most young people can. And also because we have so many elderly people in Europe, I think it's very important that the younger people have a vote and a say, because my fear scenario is that most solutions will be for people who are over the age 30 or 40. So definitely I would like people younger to vote. Yeah.
And I just want to say that I feel the same. I have kids 9 and 13, and I just feel that if they were able to vote, then we would have much different conversations in schools, in families, all over the democracy. So it's just actually we should say to each other, we're all part of democracy. We should listen to everyone. Maybe everyone should have a vote. That would be interesting.
And actually, I also think most of us would have more respect for each other, and people at my age, I'm 48, would listen more carefully to younger people's suggestions, which I think are very important, because they're the new generation. They're the one who are going to take over this world. And often when we do democracy fitness, I actually find that the younger people are more curious, they are more open, and they are much more humble. And I think these are very important characteristics for actually being empathic, and I think that's important.
And when we talk about equality, this would be, well, the idea of equality actually.
If we want to regenerate democracy, it is going to take a lot of different steps. We should give more voice, a bigger space for young people to participate and to express their concerns. But I think also that at the same time, we have to make sure that they understand what's at stake. So we have to really focus on education. From very early on, we have to raise young citizens, kids who don't just have an opinion, but who understand why things matter, what matters, and what does that mean for them, for the others, and for the country or for the nation. I wouldn't have a specific opinion here, but I would say we have to find a way to get them to participate. It doesn't need to be voting because, like I said, it's very important that the education system is strong enough to have people who at 16 are capable of making very hard choices sometimes. But other ways to get them to be on board, to really understand, because there's also, that's when we're very young, there's a time to understand the world, understand it better, know about it better. And knowing a lot of 16-year-olds, I think a lot of them are just very curious, and it's difficult for them to navigate through all the information with social media, with the news. I think we have to do a better job at helping them do that first so that they can become really complete citizens.